I didn't marry for love. I married to stop feeling empty. But emptiness doesn't disappear. It mutates. On my wedding night, when my husband reached for me, I turned away. Not because I hated him, because my body felt nothing. And that terrified me. People think betrayal starts with another person. It doesn't. It starts when your body wants something your life is not allowed to have. And one night, that wanting became loud. Tell me, can desire be dangerous even when it's never touched? My husband tried to be close. I kept finding excuses, headache, tired, tomorrow. I didn't want his hands, not because they were wrong, because they were familiar. I wanted to feel chased, wanted, undone. Something inside me started screaming for intensity, not love, fire. And that's when I noticed how another man looked at me, like I was something he shouldn't want, but did. My heart started racing, not from him, from myself. It wasn't romance, it was electricity. When he spoke, my body reacted before my mind. I hated that. I went home and stood in the shower trying to wash away a feeling that lived under my skin. My husband knocked on the door. "Are you okay?" I said yes. But my body was shaking with something I couldn't explain. I didn't want to be touched. I wanted to be consumed. And that thought scared me. Have you ever wanted something you knew it would ruin you? I learned how to split myself in two. At home, I was the wife, soft voice, empty eyes. Outside, I was awake. My phone became a secret. My silence became a lie. My husband touched my hand. I felt guilt instead of warmth, and guilt became excitement. That's how sick it was. I told myself I haven't done anything wrong. But my heart already had. Tell me, is thinking about escape already betrayal? I started craving something dangerous. Not love, not romance, power. I wanted to feel wanted again, not as a wife, as a secret. My body was at home, but my mind was already undressing another life. Every message made my heart race. Every silence made me ache. I stopped letting my husband touch me. Not because I didn't need touch, but because I needed the wrong kind. And that scared me more than the desire itself. I began planning moments that didn't exist yet. Not dates, not meetings, escapes. I imagined his hands without ever feeling them, his voice without ever hearing it. I created a man in my head more dangerous than the real one. I deleted messages. I memorized lies. My husband slept beside me while I stayed awake rehearsing another version of myself. The closer I came to crossing the line, the more alive I felt. And that terrified me. One night, I almost didn't come home. I stood outside a door that wasn't mine. My phone kept vibrating in my hand. Not with love, with permission. I imagined what would happen if I stepped inside, how easily I could erase the woman I used to be. Then I heard my husband's voice in my head, not angry, not suspicious, trusting. That was the sound that shattered me. I walked away, but something followed me home. It wasn't guilt. It was hunger. I came home different. My husband felt it before I spoke. He touched my hand and asked, "Where were you?" I lied, but my body didn't. It was shaking with something I couldn't name. He watched me like he already knew, not angry, afraid. I wanted to confess. I wanted to run. Instead, I stood there and let the silence undress me. That was the moment I realized the most dangerous place in marriage is not another person. It's the truth you're afraid to say. I came home trembling, not from what I did, from what my body wanted to do. My husband was waiting in the bedroom. The light was low. The air felt heavy. "Come here," he said, and this time I went. Not because I loved him, because my skin was burning with a need that didn't know his name. I needed to drown the hunger. I needed to overwrite the memory of standing so close to another life. So I let him pull me into him, hard, urgent, like we were both afraid of silence. Afterward, he slept like peace had returned. I lay awake because I realized something terrifying. I didn't choose my husband that night. I chose to use him to kill the woman I almost became, and she screamed inside me anyway. The sin was not another man. It was learning how easily I could turn love into a weapon. So tell me, is passion still love when it's fueled by fear? Would you forgive someone who held you in the dark only to escape a hunger they couldn't control? Because the most frightening truth is not that I wanted someone else. It's that I learned I could destroy a man who loves me and call it marriage.